Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update. Tuesday, October 9th, 11:25 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. You're looking at the latest European model for Hurricane Michael, showing it Cat 5 making landfall on Panama City, which would be the strongest recorded hurricane ever. Now, there was a Cat 4 back in 1851. But if this makes landfall at Cat 5, there will never be a storm like this in history. Those in Panama City are probably not properly preparing. Whew, that's rough saying that. We're going to come out and check the GFS models, which are a little less serious in a moment. Potentially catastrophic Hurricane Michael forecast to be the first Cat 4 hurricane landfall in the Florida Panhandle. 9 to 13-foot storm surge potential. Michael has intensified to a Cat 3 just offshore in the Gulf of Mexico, currently expected to make landfall along the Florida Panhandle Gulf Coast Wednesday. Michael is forecast to strengthen to Cat 4 prior to landfall, and the European model shows it at Cat 5, which has been increasing as I was making the video. Cat 4 stronger hurricane has never made landfall on the Florida Panhandle. Dangerous storm surge, damaging winds, and flooding rain are likely impacts, and this baby is going to push all the way through to other areas that just got flooded. Here's Hurricane Michael currently from the Hurricane Watch Center. Maximum sustained winds 125 miles per hour. Come over to weather.gov. Major Hurricane Michael poses a very serious threat to the southeast U.S. Major Hurricane Michael is forecast to make landfall in the Florida Panhandle on Wednesday. Life-threatening storm surge expected along the Panhandle, Big Bend, and Nature Coast. Heads up, Panama City. Very dangerous winds expected along the coast. Hurricane force winds will be felt far inland, including parts of Georgia as well as Alabama. Heavy rainfall is likely to cause inland flash flooding. Tornadoes are possible as all hell breaks loose in the southeast. And that's tonight's first boom. Avalanche style. Here's the current track, making a wide swath, coming in, moving across southern Georgia, right through the entire state of South Carolina, which just got flooded, through the flooded areas of North Carolina and off the coast. Absolutely insane. Hurricane warnings and watches across most of the southern portions of the states we just talked about, flash flooding all the way up through North Carolina. This is going to be a very dangerous storm. Freeze warnings and watches all the way down into New Mexico. This is not on the mainstream. Here's the area of the map where they don't have to tell you how cold it is across the rest of the country, like the Arctic in the beginning of October. Unfortunately, you're not going to get the facts from these people. Here are the facts. Let's run the model through quickly so you can see the most catastrophic. The European model. This is making landfall Wednesday night. Quickly losing strength, but remaining hurricane strength all the way in. And it's going to bring massive flooding. Quickly come over to the GFS model, which is much nicer as far as wind. And we'll just play this through for you. Very similar track. So the track is going to be the same, but we're talking either Cat 1 or Cat 4. So I'm hoping for the Cat 1, Cat 2 on landfall. Here it's coming in at 100 miles per hour maximum sustained winds on Panama City sometime Wednesday afternoon. So we're going to be watching this closely. I will do a quick update in the morning where this develops, because if it develops into a Cat 5, the people are going to be in harm's way. You should be getting out of this area right now if you can. Check for Dave Schlotthauer. He's going to be doing live updates, I am sure, because this is a historic storm regardless. Now let's talk about the facts that they're not going to tell you about. Mountain snow will make travel difficult. Heads up. We've already seen some accumulating snow Tuesday with much more left to fall. Snow is expected to continue through the night. As I'm speaking, snow showers below 5,000 feet are possible. Bulk of the snow will fall on and along the Rocky Mountain front with an additional accumulation up to 8 inches possible near Rogers Pass. Whew. Colorado snow in October. Excitement is brewing over early October snow. A friendly competition is heating up in October between resorts, hoping to get the first powder of the season. Ferries are flying. Snow guns launch powder. They need an 18-inch base to open. And they may get that in just a few weeks because the models are showing snow everywhere. Snow is expected in Fremont County through Thursday. Fremont County Emergency Management official Keith Ritchie reports that high elevation snow is expected from now through Thursday. Several rounds of light snow will begin Thursday afternoon and will continue through Thursday morning. Snow levels around 6,500 feet. Passes near Monida, Tarhee, and Pine Creek, as well as Ashton Hill, may see 2 to 4 inches of snow. Driggs and Island Park also see snow up to 3 inches. Motorists should watch for slick roads. Heads up. Snow expected for much of South Dakota on Tuesday night. Now, snow is in the forecast for now for South Dakota from now till Wednesday. That's like from now until the morning. Whew. Winter weather advisory from now until tomorrow for the following counties: Jackson, Bennett, Millette, Todd, and Tripp. Slick roads and less than half a mile visibility likely, according to the National Weather Service Bulletin. Heads up, South Dakota, and that's a snow boom. Avalanche proportion. Snow hitting northwest Minnesota overnight. Holy moly, that's a macaroni. Winter is still a good 2 months away, but parts of Minnesota will get their first significant snow Tuesday night through Thursday. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for several counties where a ton of snow is now going to be falling. Here is the latest model with some towns seeing 6 inches of snow. It will be a heavy wet snow, like a boom snow. It'll be so snowy that you will have to shovel it. Don't shovel it into a cart because that is just a waste of your time right there. It's probably... Anyway. The southern half of the state has gotten drenched by consistent rainfall in the last several days. The Twin Cities will get a steady, if not heavy, rain overnight. A flood watch is in effect for southeastern Minnesota Tuesday night, where several inches of rain have already fallen. If this was snow, they would be buried to a depth of Al Gore. Alberta snowfall breaks century-old record. Al! Oh, well. Well then. Does that look like he got a peel? Isn't that like a... Did he get something there with that money? Alberta snowfall breaks century-old record. More heavy snow in the forecast. Between midnight October 1st through midnight October 2nd, the Calgary International Airport reported a snow total of a shit ton. And we know what that converts to, folks. Meteorologist for Environment Canada, Brian Proctor, said that they haven't seen a barrage of snow like that in October for over a century. Yeah, and that brings us back to the centennial minimum. And that's a science boom. Because we're about to talk about things repeating back to 1850. Now look at cycle 9. It's very reminiscent of cycle 24. Whew. Somebody's picking it up. The previous record for October for any one day was 29.7 centimeters, set way back on October 4th, 1914, says Proctor. Last Tuesday's total really blew away the old record by 10 centimeters. Proctor adds that it wasn't only the foothills region that got covered. Heads up. Thank you, UN and IPCC, for saving us from all this global warming. Here is the North American forecast for the next 2 weeks. And purple means you need to get your knickers on. Yeah, that's below. That's 8 to 10. Some areas 16 degrees below normal. Yeah, in those light purple areas, that is 16 degrees below normal. That's cold. Yeah, there it is. Those are the facts. There's all the peak global warming people, and they're just about to. I'll be pinched off the map. This is 16 degrees below normal. I would imagine we'll see snow in some really anomalous areas in the coming weeks because this map brings us all the way through the next 2 weeks. Chilly on the 16th down in Texas. Heads up. Brrr. Warmest October on record. What are they talking about? They couldn't lie. We are only 9 days into October and it's the warmest October on record. It's about to be the coldest you've ever seen for the next 3 weeks. I think that your October warm record is a fantasy, Fox 59. So go yourself. Climate change poses large-scale threat to mental health. Well, can you imagine the consequences when billions of people realize they've been lied to? And they bought extra thongs instead of extra long underwear. That's a hellish boom. It's a chilly one. Seismic update. No quakes of note. We have an uptick in the Kamchatka. 6.0 in Russia just about 24 hours ago. The most recent quake here, 4.9. Mid-ocean ridges are moving. 5.4 at the Atlantic Ridge. We have some moderate activity here in a 5.0 in Vanuatu at 608 kilometers. Heads up in this region for a major uptick. Quake in the next 24 hours. 7 magnitude. Worldwide volcano news update. Check it out. No eruptions of note, but Popo has been steadily increasing. Krakatoa, Dukono, Serchev Peak, Kadivar, remember that name? Manam, and Raventador. Remember, kids, don't try this at home because it's just a waste of time. Like, what the is he doing? Stunning volcanic lost world discovered deep in the ocean. Look at the colors. Oh my God. Stunning volcanic lost world discovered deep in the ocean. Researchers have discovered a ton of underwater volcanoes that they were unaware of, making us totally fluxed. Robert Felix warned us over a decade ago about the consequences of the coming times, the magnetic reversal, and the underwater volcanoes erupting. And here are just more. Look at these seamounts. Look at these cinder cones. They could be going off right now. This is off the coast of Tasmania. If you want to check it out, all the links will be down below where it says show more. Sea ice thickness, 8th October. We've just turned up into a new pattern here. A vertical uptick. We have 4-meter ice near the North Pole, which hasn't been seen for over 5 years. And we're nowhere near winter. This is going to be a record epic ice year as ice is now turning up and going to pass the multi-decadal average by November, December. When we hit November 1st, we will be across this line, back above the 2014 numbers. Mark my words. They'll be shitting their pants. Oh, crap! It looks like Europa's surface is covered with gigantic shards of ice. Ow! Fucking fraud. Look, I mean, John Travolta doesn't even know what to do with the snow. This guy thinks he knows what to do with the snow, but he's not doing anything with it. And then this guy, and then that happened. And now there's giant shards of ice on a moon. Millions of miles away from the Earth. How is that possible? Jupiter's moon Europa, with its subsurface ocean, may have what it looks like to foster alien life. A mission to its icy moons is on the wish list for many astronomers and fantasy seekers. But would you look at it? Just look at it. He has no idea. Hey, if you're confused and you don't know what to do with the snow, or you want to extend your season crops, come over to the Oppenheimer Ranch store right here. Our influencer page on Amazon where you can get some of the best products at the lowest prices, all with free shipping. To extend your season. If you're already growing, you might as well grow longer. Food is free if you grow it. This is the #1 rated tunnel. It's the easy tunnel. So if you got 3 meters worth of food, like kale, you throw over the Tierra Garden 50/30 Hannix Easy Micro Mesh Tunnel Garden Cloche. And it's giant size. And these babies will grow for another month. In some regions in zone 7 and 9, you can actually grow all through the winter here. Snow can cover this, it'll melt, and your kale and other winter greens like spinach, kohlrabi, they'll be fine. I've done it. You should try it. If you don't, well, you're just wasting time. And free food, free money, whatever, however you look at it. This guy, well, let's just say he's unaware of the graph. Times are changing. You are here. The time now is start to prepare to survive and thrive in the future. As we descend into this minimum for the next 2 years, the snowfall alone is going to change the minds of millions. And they too will be preparing. You'll be ahead of the game because you shopped at the store and you started failing at growing now. So you can be successful when it is needed. Don't be scared. Be prepared. This guy, I don't know. That's a boom. Be safe. We love you. And I'll leave you with him. Just doesn't.